Hello everyone, welcome to our audiobook channel. If you enjoy this story or want to hear more exciting content, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment. Your feedback helps us improve and bring even more captivating stories. Enjoy listening. Chapter 1, Day 1. Date, March 17, 2321. Time, 23:37 HRS. Location, Sky Blossom City, Wyatt Residence. Rest in peace, death is another beginning. Since I am you in the world's eyes, let me shoulder your hate, pain, and desire. I woke up feeling something suffocating inside of me, no, not my internals, something deeper and profound. My soul seemed to be suffocating, covered in a fog of malice and hate. I suddenly realized I was not in my lab but someone's bedroom. By the looks of the room filled with action figures, model planes, and cars, while walls and floor covered in adult posters and magazines, it seemed to be a middle-aged pervert's room. Many questions raised in my head. Where am I? What am I doing here? Was I kidnapped? Interestingly, I found answers to all my questions within my mind, finally realizing that I transmigrated into the body of a 17-year-old boy and things were complicated. The deceased soul's name is Dalton Venera Wyatt, in short Dalton Wyatt, similar to my name, not surprising considering the reincarnation genre. Young Wyatt's world can be considered parallel Earth considering its earthly resemblance, and it is being plagued by dungeons and monsters similar to the ones popular in games, novels, and anime in my world. Young Wyatt's parents were card apprentice who passed away in their last mission nearly 2 months ago. With his gardeners gone, young Wyatt's life withered. First, his friends and teachers deserted him since he was no longer the only son of 2 silver rank adventurers. Second, his school life was hell as his bullies gained in numbers and became bolder. Third, he lost all his savings and insurance money in a scam. Fourth, he got caught in a staged accident and faced a fraudulent lawsuit. Even though he had lost all his money in a scam, young Wyatt's parents had left him a good amount of property, for example the house I am currently in and their silver rank adventure equipment. Young Wyatt was smart, first the scam and now this staged accident. Feeling cornered, it became clear to him that he was being targeted by someone. No matter how smart Wyatt was, being a legal adult in government eyes and with no friends and family in his support, the odds were not in favor of Wyatt. Under the constant threats of hooligans and court notice, young Wyatt felt there was no way out of this. He could give in to the fraudulent lawsuit and settle, but he felt ashamed at the thought of selling his childhood home or his parents' adventure equipment. In desperation, young Wyatt was not willing to let the perps win and get away with it. So he wrote his will donating his property to a children's trust upon his death. Then decided to commit suicide. Enter me Dr. Dalton Wyatt, the world-renowned scientist, inventor, and entrepreneur. For unknown reasons, I seem to have been reborn in this body. But one thing is clear to me: my life as Dr. Dalton Wyatt has come to an end. Even though the deceased soul has traveled to the afterlife, the body contains strong remnant hate, pain and desire, forming a fog suffocating my soul. Other than communicating with the remnant, no other good idea popped in my head. Coincidentally enough, an eerie thought conveyed in my mind. Those who wronged me should be punished. Fulfill my parents' dream. Hearing this thought, I was frightened and overjoyed at the same time. Fear because ghosts turned out to be real, and overjoyed as things could be resolved by talking. The two conditions put forward by the ghost seemed reasonable at first, but they were vague with undefined boundaries. Punished, what did it mean by that? Did it want me to kill all those who wronged young Wyatt? Parents' dream, which one and what are they? I did not want to live my second life as a murderer fulfilling someone else's dream. Fortunately, when I voiced my doubts, the ghost conveyed the demands more precisely. Firstly, it only sought justice, not vengeance. This justice was subjective to my will. Secondly, Mr. and Mrs. Wyatt longed for their son to be a card apprentice and be ranked in the Card Apprentice Championship. Successfully negotiating with the ghost, the fog suffocating my soul vanished and I gained complete memories of young Wyatt. Maybe it was the negotiation with the ghost or something else. I seemed to have adapted to my new life as a transmigrator. Oh hey. For some reason, I was feeling sleepy. Oh. Whatever. I have all the time to explore later, let me take a nap now. Chapter 2, Day 2. Date March 18, 2321. Time 10:51. Location Sky Blossom City, Wyatt Residence. Rat-a-tat-tat. Open up twat. We know you're in there. Open up. Ugh. WTF. What does a man have to do to get a proper sleep around here? Frustrated, I got up from the bed. Stomping my foot hard on the floor, I walked to the front door in a sleepish manner, and opening the door I snapped at them. WTF do you want? Don't you know it's rude to hinder people's sleep? My eyes were barely open. I did not bother to see who was at the door and was ready to shut the door on their face, but a large hand grabbed onto the edge of the door while pushing half of his body into the door. Unable to close the door, I was caught by surprise. Then it dawned upon me that I had transmigrated and people at the door were no pushovers but hooligans blackmailing young Wyatt. Looks like someone needs to be reminded of their place and debts again. Bang. Shoving the door wide open, two people walked into the hallway without my invitation. The tall one looked at me with a sneer and said, "Looks like someone is enjoying their sleep, but do you know who isn't? My cousin whom you hospitalized." While the shorter one shoved two documents on my face and said, "Look at them, these are the medical bill and court notice. When are you going to settle the bills, or would like to settle it in the court?" Before I could get a proper glance at the two documents, the shorter hooligan hid them back into his coat pocket. He did not want me to read the documents. Both the hooligans gave me an intimidating glare. If it was young Wyatt he would have caved, but it was not him, it's me. The more they glared at me, the more guilty they looked in my eyes. Calming myself and thinking of all possible scenarios and the worst that could happen, I said, "Fellows, we have been through all this already." I said, "I will pay you within a week. Why are you here now?" "Right now I don't have money to buy myself breakfast, let alone to pay you. Come back on the 20th, I will have your money ready by then." "You think we have no other work than to come to beg you for the money that you owe us?" "We only came to inform you that my cousin went through another surgery yesterday and the bills that you have to settle have risen. Now that you know that, we will be on our way. See you in 2 days." Without waiting for me to go into details, they walked out, leaving me speechless. Fuck. I cursed inwardly. I could have just called the cops on them, but I would be letting them off easy. At most they would be sentenced to 2 to 3 years of jail for fraud, if I could prove them guilty, that is. No. That isn't enough, they had to pay not just them but also the hands behind them. These guys know young Wyatt's net worth and bottom line, so they don't mind hooking young Wyatt for a few more weeks and demand more money before getting serious. These twerps don't know how lucky they are that I transmigrated, otherwise what greeted them would be the cold corpse of young Wyatt. Since they love money so much, let me use it to teach these fellows a lesson. Traying a ring. Traying a ring. What's that sound? Where is it coming from? I walked to the source of the sound. It's an old-style book with iron bookbinding with a QR code for a cover. It was young Wyatt's iron grimoire. Picking it up, I opened it to see who was calling. Class teacher Juan calling. I forgot, now I am a student and I had a school to attend. Going through young Wyatt's memories, I came to know this Robert Wong was a piece of work. Back when young Wyatt's parents were alive, this class teacher did not hesitate to lick his students behind shamelessly, but now he acts as if young Wyatt has robbed his ancestors' grave. This class teacher Wong was one of the main reasons why young Wyatt's classmates looked down on him. His friends stayed far from him and bullies got bolder with him. Class teacher Wong may have not directly bullied young Wyatt, but his biased opinion and attitude toward Wyatt caused many students to alienate young Wyatt, leading to depression and negative thoughts in young Wyatt's mind. Forget it, let's answer the call. Dude. You dumbass, what took you so long to answer my call, and why aren't you in my class? 15 minutes. You have to be in my class, otherwise don't blame me for being cruel. Being barged by his arrogant words, a vein popped on my neck and I cursed. Phew, beep your mama. Beep you and your mama. Sorry. Wrong number. Toot. Chapter 3, Grimoires. Time 14:11. Location Sky Blossom City, Lion King National Bank. This way sir, locker number 817. Please take your time. Call me if you need anything. Saying that, the bank clerk walked out of the locker room. Entering the locker pin, I opened the locker. I wasn't excited cause I knew what was inside thanks to young Wyatt's memories. 2 silver grimoires and nothing else. These were the most prized possessions left behind by young Wyatt's parents. These 2 grimoires can be ranked among the top 100 of Sky Blossom City's most coveted possessions. In this world ruled by Card Apprentice, grimoires represented everything: status, power, wealth, because they played such an important role in the hands of a Card Apprentice. Grimoires are livelihood and weapons for Card Apprentice. From card creation to card fusion, grimoires are needed in every step, and a high-level grimoire will come a long way. Grimoires are ranked based on different card grades they can hold. Grimoire grade: Iron Grimoire, Mortal grade, 0 stars. Iron Grimoire is the most basic of grimoires. One doesn't have to be a Card Apprentice to use it, and it can only hold Mortal grade cards with no star requirement. Bronze Grimoire, Common grade, 0 to 40 stars. One has to be a Card Apprentice to use a Bronze Grimoire, and it can hold Mortal and Common grade cards. Each card can only have a star rating up to 40 stars. Silver Grimoire, Uncommon grade, 40 to 80 stars. Silver Grimoire can hold Mortal, Common, and Uncommon grade cards. Each card can only have a star rating up to 80 stars. Gold Grimoire, Rare grade, 80 to 120 stars. Gold Grimoire can hold Mortal, Common, Uncommon, and Rare grade cards. Each card can only have a star rating of up to 120 stars. Platinum Grimoire, Myth grade, 120 to 160 stars. Platinum Grimoire can hold Mortal, Common, Uncommon, Rare, and Myth grade cards. Each card can only have a star rating of up to 160 stars. Diamond Grimoire, Legend grade, 160 to 200 stars. Diamond Grimoire can hold Mortal, Common, Uncommon, Rare, Myth and Legend grade cards. Each card can only have a star rating of up to 200 stars. Card grade: Mortal grade, 0 stars, G rank. Mortal grade cards do not contain soul power, therefore one doesn't require to be a Card Apprentice to use them. G rank, 0 stars. Common grade, 1 to 40 stars, E and F rank. Common grade cards can have a maximum of 40 stars. F rank, 1 to 20 stars. E rank, 2 to 40 stars. Uncommon grade, 3 to 80 stars, C and D rank. Uncommon grade cards can have a maximum of 80 stars. D rank, 3 to 60 stars. C rank, 4 to 80 stars. Rare grade, 5 to 120 stars, A and B rank. Rare grade cards can have a maximum of 120 stars. B rank, 5 to 100 stars. A rank, 6 to 120 stars. Myth grade, 7 to 160 stars, S and A rank. Myth grade cards can have a maximum of 160 stars. A rank, 7 to 140 stars. S rank, 8 to 160 stars. Legend grade, 9 to 200 stars, SSS and SS rank. Legend grade cards can have a maximum of 200 stars. SS rank, 9 to 180 stars. SSS rank, 10 to 200 stars. To understand the difference in various ranks of grimoire, one has to understand the different power levels of Card Apprentice. Card Apprentice power levels are divided based on the percentage of active soul control in a person. A person with a minimum of 10% active soul control can be considered as Card Apprentice. G, 10%, 0 stars, Mortals. F. 10%, 20 stars, card student. E. 20%, 40 stars, card scholar. D. 30%, 60 stars, card solider. C. 40%, 80 stars, card master. B. 50%, 100 stars, card grandmaster. A. 60%, 120 stars, card lord. A. 70%, 140 stars, card overlord. S. 80%, 160 stars, card king. SS. 90%, 180 stars, card emperor. SSS. 100%, 200 stars, card demigod. 1% of active soul control can mobilize 2-star soul power. Young Wyatt was still yet to gain 10% active soul control to be officially called card apprentice. Therefore, like other mortals, he could only use an iron grimoire. When young Wyatt was at his weakest, a scamster promised him to help achieve 10% active soul control within a week for a price that is. If it had happened during some other time, maybe young Wyatt would not have fallen prey to the scam, but recent tragedies in his life and facing alienation in school lead to him be gullible and venerable enough to believe in this scam. He thought becoming card apprentice could change everything, gain him his teachers' and classmates' respect, keep away the bullies, maybe even teach them a lesson. The scamster easily spotted young Wyatt's insecurities and started to make all sort of false promises until finally, young Wyatt fell for it. But all was not in vain. There was a lesson in all this. Young Wyatt finally realized that there was no shortcut to improve active soul control, otherwise the government would have been using it for ages, or at least his parents would have mentioned it to him. The reason why I am here is that I had achieved 12% active soul control, that is, I can mobilize 24-star soul power and be officially called a card apprentice. It seems the fog covering my soul did not vanish, instead it got absorbed by my soul, giving me complete memories of young Wyatt and rising my active soul control percentage to 12% within a night. Normally when a person achieves 10% soul control, they usually sign a soul contract with a bronze grimoire to officially become a card apprentice. But there are always geniuses who leapfrog and contract a silver or above rank grimoire. Conditions to contract a silver grimoire is to achieve a minimum of 20% active soul control, or to have a very powerful soul which can bear the burden of a higher level soul contract. Not to seem narcissistic, but I do consider myself a genius. After all, I am a transmigrator. So, instead of going to school to sign a soul contract with the government-issued bronze grimoire, I decided to sign a contract with one of young Wyatt's parents' silver grimoire. I was not confident that I could sign a soul contract with a silver grimoire, but it did not hurt to try. After all, I had 2 silver grimoires at my disposal. I would be a fool not to. Chapter 4, Origin Card. Time 14:15. Location Sky Blossom City, Lion King National Bank. Holding the silver grimoire in one hand, I dropped a drop of my blood soul on its cover to initiate soul contract with it. To my surprise, as my blood soul came in contact with the grimoire shined brightly and started to hover in front of me as it slowly opened to a page from which a hologram of a beautiful middle-aged woman appeared. Son. Congratulations on becoming a card apprentice. Sorry mother could not be with you on such a happy occasion. I could see Mrs. Wyatt suppressing her tears. She knew she was going to die. I have a lot of things to say, but I am short on time. Son, we love you and are proud of you. Even though we can't be with you, remember this: we will always be watching over you. I have left you a gift, hope it helps you in your adventures. Sayonara, my sweet pea. Without my knowledge, a teardrop rolled from my eyes. Maybe it was due to young Wyatt's memories. Even though I didn't know Mr. and Mrs. Wyatt, I felt an unknown understanding towards them. After the end of the hologram, the grimoire page turned my status page. Name, Dalton Wyatt. Age, 17 years. Gender, male. Rank, card student, 16% 0/32 stars. Stats. Strength equals physical damage, health power. Agility equals evasion, attack speed. Vitality equals physical defense, health regain. Intelligence equals soul damage, soul power. Wisdom equals soul defense, soul regain. Cards. Origin card slots. 1. Soul pupils, unique grade. 2. Empty. Active card slot. 1. Empty. 2. Empty. 3. Empty. 4. Empty. Passive card slots. 1. Empty. 3. Empty. Active/passive card slots. Item card slots. 3. Empty. 5. Empty. 6. Empty. Card holder, empty. Beep. I cursed seeing my status page. My active soul control had risen by 4%, while I had obtained an origin card. Seeing young Wyatt struggle, I knew how hard it was to raise soul power, but to my astonishment, just signing a contract with Silver Grimoire increased my soul power by 4%. Signing a soul contract with a higher level grimoire doesn't increase soul power. Sometimes, if not careful, it has adverse effects. But not only did I gain soul power but obtained an origin card. I think it has something to do with Mama Wyatt's gift. Come to think of it, there is a forbidden method used in prominent families where the elderly at the edge of the deathbed, at the expense of exhausting their soul, they leave behind some of their soul power in the grimoire for their progeny. When their descendants do contract the grimoire, not only do they get a high-rank grimoire but also receive a huge boost to their soul power. Understanding that her end is near, in her final moments Mama Wyatt used the forbidden method to leave behind her last gift for her beloved son. I think Mama Wyatt's methods ensured that I succeeded in contracting the silver grimoire. Thank you, I muttered to myself. Receiving the grace of Mama Wyatt made me feel burdened. This fueled my resolve to punish all those involved in young Wyatt's suicide. Origin cards are unique grade cards which are distinctive to their card apprentice. For some lucky ones, they are revealed naturally, but for others, they have to spend huge fortune and materials to create their exclusive origin card. Origin cards are very rare because they represent the unique individuality of a card apprentice, for it comes as easy as breathing air or drinking water, but for some, they are never able to reveal their origin card in their entire lifetime. Card name, Soul Pupils. Card type, Origin card. Card rank, Unique grade. Card rating, nil. Card durability, nil. Card effect, secondary pupils with the ability to see the soul pathway. There are many advantages to origin cards, like they don't require soul power nor do they have the durability to watch out for. Since the origin card is the representation of card apprentice's individuality, they are indestructible. Even though I was excited and full of anticipation to see my first ever card, all my excitement and anticipation died, unable to understand the card effect. So I decided to activate the origin card to see how it works. As soon as I activated the origin card, other than my normal vision, I was able to see a bright aura leaking out of everything including me, and I could see a bright string pathway forming the boundaries of everything. I could even see the aura of the bank clerk standing outside the locker room through the dim aura of the wall. Soul pupils were some kind of soul X-ray vision, its perks were yet to be revealed. Chapter 5, Credit. Time 14:23. Location Sky Blossom City, Lion King National Bank, counter number 7. Yes sir, how may I help you? I would like to update my account status. Sure sir, please hold your grimoire facing the scanner sir. Okay. Summoning my grimoire, I hold it in front of the scanner. I didn't notice it before, but the QR code on the grimoire cover changed as I contracted with it. The grimoire can quantify my DNA to produce my own permanent, unique and standard QR code. This QR code is my legal universal ID, it is linked to all my accounts. I noticed that the clerk was looking at me with amazed eyes. I get it, not every day does she get to see a 17-year-old silver grimoire holder. Even a 17-year-old bronze grimoire holder is rare, so my species is almost extinct. I don't mind her admiring me, but now it's getting weird. Excuse me, miss. Sorry, Sir. Your account status is updated. Okay, thank you. Sir. As I got up to leave, the clerk called me. Yes, anything else? I asked. If you don't mind, can I have a few minutes of your time? No problem. I sat back on the chair comfortably. Congrats on becoming a card apprentice, sir. Thank you. Sir, I would like to introduce our latest credit plan for young and aspiring card apprentice. Would you be interested, sir? Sure, why not? Sir, this scheme offers you a line of credit that can be used to make purchases of skill/item cards or card materials, and requiring that you pay back the loan amount in the future. When using this scheme, you will need to make at least the minimum payment every month by the due date on the balance. So you will loan me money to buy skill/item cards or card materials in advance, which I will have to pay later in minimum payment every month by the due date on the balance. Yes, sir. Sounds good. Where do I sign? This scheme was like credit cards back in my world, except here you use grimoire instead of the credit card. Okay, I will forward the relevant documents to your grimoire. After you sign it, we are good to go. All done. I said after signing the documents I received in my grimoire. Yes, sir, thank you for your time. No, thank you, ma'am. All banks are the same in any world, I thought as I walked out of the bank. One of the reasons I updated my account status was because I had no money. I wasn't lying when I said I didn't have money to buy breakfast. I was too proud to beg for a loan from the bank, but it was another thing if they handed it out themselves. Since young Wyatt was going to commit suicide, he did not bother to restock the fridge or the pantry, nor did he have the money to do so. Damn, it feels good to finally have some money to spend, I cursed out loud. It was taxing to walk to the bank since I did not have enough money to travel through public transport. Rumble. My new body was famished as it didn't have food since yesterday evening. Without any further delay, I rushed into the nearest buffet. I didn't mind if it was expensive here, I could not suppress my hunger anymore. Time 16:35. Location Sky Blossom City, Adventure Guild Association, Adventure Guild Mall. After having a hearty lunch, I caught a taxi. According to the taxi driver, Adventure Guild Mall is the cheapest place to buy quality skill/item card or card materials. Even though I was already a card apprentice, I didn't have any worthy cards to back me. What kind of card apprentice would I be with zero skill/item cards? So, I decided to buy some useful skill cards. And I also need to find a stable source of income. No amount of money would be enough without a stable source of income. All my old skills were considered useless in this world, as this world was heavily dependent on cards and grimoire. Some would say I should copyright songs, movies, novels, etc. from my world. I could barely remember how I died, much less remember songs, movie plots or novels that I watched ages ago. Being an inventor, I had many patents in my mind, but they were useless as this world did not focus on electronics or industrialization. Instead, it had various cards for every little thing. Walking into the card section of the mall, I found an empty couch and sat comfortably. Beep. Soon my grimoire beeped, indicating that I received a notification. Opening the grimoire, I checked the notification. Welcome to Adventure Guild Mall. Please wait as one of our sales executives reaches you. Expected wait time, 45 seconds. Chapter 6, Skill/Item Cards. Time 16:37. Location Sky Blossom City, Adventure Guild Association, Adventure Guild Mall. Soon a bob-cut brunette dressed in office attire walked to me and said, "Welcome to Sky Blossom Adventure Guild Mall, how may I help you?" I realized that I don't know what I want to buy. I mean, I know I want to buy some skill/item cards, but which ones to buy was the question. I couldn't just ask her to show all the cards in the mall. I could, but my skin wasn't that thick enough and I was on a low budget. Seeing my dilemma, the sales lady said, "Sir, if I may, I would like to recommend you to our Card Apprentice Beginner's Catalog. That would be helpful." Then the sales lady forwarded the Card Apprentice Beginner's Catalog to my grimoire. Card Apprentice Beginner's Catalog. Interestingly enough, the first thing on the catalog was a storage item card. Card name, storage trunk. Card type, item card. Card rank, F rank, common grade. Card ratings, 6 stars. Card durability, 60/60ths. Card effect, summon a heavy-duty military grade 410 LTR storage trunk. Additional effect, temperature control. Note, cannot store living things. Card cost, $3,499. $3,500 for a storage trunk. You kidding me? Is it made of gold? The bank loaned me $4,000, of which I spent $130 on the buffet including the cab charges to get here. All I have left on me now is $3,870. $4,000 is not much, but based on young Wyatt's credit history, bank wouldn't even consider giving me a penny if not for me contracting a silver grimoire. Hearing me curse, the professional smile of the saleslady did not lessen, rather she nodded in an understanding manner and said, "Sir, the storage trunk comes with an additional effect of temperature control and is quite popular among new adventurers, as it can be used to store food, meat, drinks for a long time. So, it's a fridge, no more than a fridge, as temperature control means it can switch between hot and cold." No, that's not the point. The point is I can summon it whenever and wherever I want. Just thinking about the endless possibilities of this item card, I agreed with its price. If it were me, I would charge more. Letting out a sigh, I started to look at other cards in the catalog. Active skill card Fireball, $14,999. Active skill card Water Ball, $13,999. Active skill card Mud Ball, $13,799. Active skill card Windblade, $14,599. Passive skill card Basic Archery, $12,999. Passive skill card Basic Shooting, $19,999. Passive skill card Basic Sprint, $4,999. Passive skill card Bear Form, $42,999. Passive skill card Tiger Form, $39,999. Passive skill card Snake Form, $32,999. Item card Bone Club, $6,799. Item card Bullhide Vest, $4,999. Item card Gale Leather Shoes, $7,999. Item card Enchanted Wooden Bow, $172,999. Item card Enchanted Iron Sword, $177,999. Turns out the storage trunk card was the only card in the catalog I could buy. Damn, just how poor am I? I was frustrated seeing the numbers in front of me. These were just the cheapest beginner level skill/item card and I could not afford any one of them. Sir, anything to your liking? Why is the storage trunk card cheap? Sir, due to its low durability, storage trunk card is cheaper compared to other cards. Rest assured, all the other cards in the catalog have 80 or above durability. Card durability ratings represent the lifespan and quality of a card. Low durability means low quality. No wonder it is so cheap compared to other cards. Weapons or skill cards cannot be of low durability because if the card loses its effect during a battle, then it would be disastrous for the card apprentice and his party. I really could not afford any of the cards in the Card Apprentice Beginner's catalog. Are there any occupation-related skill card? Yes, sir. Fortunately, we do have one occupation-related skill card. Card name, Masuza's Hand. Card type, skill card. Card rank, E rank, common grade. Card ratings, 13 stars. Card durability, 87/87ths. Card effect, user gains elite level Masu's technique. Additional effects are stimulation, circulation, relaxation. Card cost, $293,000. Wow! With this card, any moron can become a professional masseuse, especially with the 3 additional effects, but it ain't cheap either. Occupation-related skill cards are very rare. They usually get snatched as soon as they appear in the market because such a card would mean a stable source of income for a small family. I wasn't considering buying this card, only asked out of curiosity. Since I can't afford any cards, then I can only create my own cards. Chapter 7, Card Recipe. Time 1652. Card creation. Theoretical young Wyatt could be considered a pro in this, but practically he had zero experience, as one had to be a card apprentice to practically create a card. Thanks to Papa and Mama Wyatt, young Wyatt was familiar with the card creation process. He had seen them create hundreds of cards. But still, watching someone else eat will not solve your hunger. Similarly, watching card creation hundreds of times did not mean that young Wyatt was good at card creation. It meant that young Wyatt had enough theoretical knowledge to start a card creation process on his own. There were many beginner card recipes in young Wyatt's memories. These were all basic card recipes meant for beginner card apprentices to practice card creation, so I did not have to worry about copyright issues over these card recipes. One card recipe, Superhuman, in particular caught my attention. Card recipe name, Superhuman. Card type, skill card, passive. Card ratings, 1 to 40 stars. Card durability, 60 to 100. Card effect, enhances users' bodily functions to a superhuman level passively. Additional effect, superhuman stamina. Card ingredients. Titan Vine Fluids, F rank, common grade. Titan Vine Essence, F rank, common grade. Titan Vine Core, F rank, common grade. Common Core, F rank, common grade. With this card, my body would work more efficiently and I would not have to worry about me getting tired. Deciding on this card recipe, I said, how much for a set of superhuman card recipe ingredients? One set of superhuman card recipe has 4 F rank ingredients. Titan Vine Fluids, $800. Titan Vine Essence, $1,200. Titan Vine Core, $2,099. Common Core, $100. Total, $4,199. How many sets do you require, sir? My left eyelid twitches hearing the cost for one set of superhuman card recipe ingredients. For some reason, all of a sudden my throat went dry and I started to feel thirsty. Is this how being poor felt? I thought. As if the sales lady could hear my inner thoughts, she said, "Sir, if you are going to practice card creation, then I would recommend you to our beginner's card recipe catalog. It's cheaper and more affordable." Hearing her last sentence, my left eyelid twitches again. That would be helpful. Looking at the beginner's card recipe catalog shared by the sales lady, I felt more thirsty. With money that I have on me, I could barely buy one set of card recipes. After browsing the beginner's card recipe catalog for a while, I finally found one card recipe within my budget. Card recipe name, Gale Rabbit Leather Boots. Card durability, 75 to 100. Card effect, Sprint, active, Double Jump, active. Gale Rabbit Leather, F rank, common grade. Gale Rabbit Core, F rank, common grade. Sprint, increase agility for a minute. Cooldown time, 240 seconds. Double Jump, ability to jump a second time in the air. Cooldown time, 35 seconds. Gale Rabbit Leather, $100. Gale Rabbit Core, $999. Total, $1,199. Sprint and jump were reasonable ability. The card effect didn't matter cause I was planning to sell whatever card I made back here in the mall and make profits with the difference in selling price and ingredients price. After all, a good quality Gale Rabbit leather boots could sell from anywhere around $4,100 to $6,099. With the money on me, I can buy 3 sets of Gale Rabbit leather boots recipes. If I can successfully make one item card, I would still manage to reap a minimum profit of $500. With this in my mind, I would like 3 sets of Gale Rabbit leather boots card ingredients. Sure sir, that would be $3,597. Sir, I would like you to consider joining Adventure Guild Association membership. With it, you will be entitled to a 5% discount for your purchase at the Guild Association Mall. Okay, where do I sign? Adventure Guild Association membership has no strings attached. It is a stunt to make sure that customers would do their next shopping at Guild Association Mall for a 5% discount. After becoming a proud member of Adventure Guild Association Mall, collecting 3 sets of ingredients and paying $3,417.15, I prepared to leave, but the sales lady stopped me. Sorry sir, I forgot to mention that every Silver Grimoire holding member can use Guild Association Mall Card Lab 10 HRS per month for free. Would you like to avail them now sir? I do need a quiet place to create cards, and it would be hectic to come back again to sell the item card, so why not try this fancy Guild Association Mall Card Lab? Yes please, I would love to. Lead the way. Chapter 8, Card Creation. Time 1711. Location Sky Blossom City, Adventure Guild Association, Adventure Guild Mall Card Lab. Card Lab is just a fancy name for the empty room with good lighting and better soundproofing. Card creation requires the complete concentration of the card apprentice, as the card creation process is the most mentally tedious work. The card apprentice has to completely map out the whole process of card creation in his mind. Slight disturbance can lead to failure. Therefore, card apprentices tend to create cards in the place where they feel most secure, that is their home or office. Let's take an example of item card Steel Sword. In this card creation process, the card apprentice has to mentally imagine the incredible temperature of furnace required to melt steel, cast to give shape to the sword, the pounding of cast steel sword to refine it, the sharpening of blade, etc. All these steps have to be mapped out in the mind of the card apprentice, and with the help of Grimoire he has to mentally refine the card ingredients following this process to get the end product, the card. Now coming to the Gale Rabbit leather boots item card that I choose to create, first I need to have a clear picture of the end product I am going to make, that is how the Gale Rabbit leather boots will look. Design. How comfortable will they be? What kind of model boots will they be made after? After thinking hard, I settled on the model, a pair of Ultrafly boots sold in my previous world. Those boots were normal, but they still cost me $3,000. They don't judge me, every man likes respects a good pair of Ultrafly boots. After deciding on the model of the boots comes the cutting of leather according to the requirements of the boot design. Then comes the stitching part. This part is the trickiest, as various stitching techniques are required to get the perfect shape and design to create a good pair of Ultrafly boots. Most important of all, the boots should be built around the common core as the center. The core is named core because it is the core of any card. After all, they house the soul abilities of the card. Once the boots are ready, then I have to transfer soul abilities from Gale Rabbit core to the common core of the leather boots. All the aforementioned steps have to be carried out very carefully and precisely, otherwise slight mistakes can lead to a decrease in the durability rating and an increase in star rating. Decreased durability rating means low quality, while increased star rating means the card apprentice has to use more star power to activate the card. This will lead to a decrease in the price of the card. This is also the reason why most of the card apprentices do not prefer to use complicated models, leading to most cards having just plain design. And also the reason why card apprentices choose to create cards in the safety of the environment that they are familiar with. After mapping out the card creation process, I took out the first set of card ingredients and placed them on the card creation page of the grimoire. After that, I closed my eyes and poured my mental strength into the grimoire to guide me through the process of card creation. Since I had already chosen the model of boots, I immediately started to cut the leather as per the design requirements mentally. But to my surprise, the step turned out to be much harder than I had thought. The leather pieces were not cut cleanly. Did I not apply enough mental strength, or was it something else I don't know? If the leather pieces are not cut neatly, then it will hinder the stitching process, so we will not get the desired design, leading to the creation of a cheap knockoff version. I tried to trim the edges of the leather neatly, but it made it worse. Finally, I was beginning to understand why the card apprentice chose to go for plain models with less complicated design. I began to sweat because at this rate the leather will be damaged before I even started the true process of card creation. I was frustrated since all the solutions I came up with didn't seem to work. Suddenly I had an epiphany. I remembered that once Papa Wyatt said I should not focus on shaping and refining the ingredients itself, but shaping and refining the aura of the ingredients, and the card creation will become a lot easier. What is the aura? When young Wyatt asked, Papa Wyatt said that aura is like the soul of the ingredients. One can only feel it with enough concentration and experience but never see it. Soul of ingredients, was he talking about the string pathways of everything I saw earlier using the soul pupils? I wasn't confident, but I decided to give it a try. Chapter 9, Ultra Fly Boots. Time 1727. Location Sky Blossom City, Adventure Guild Association Mall, Card Lab. After activating soul pupils, I could see that the soul pathway of the leather pieces I cut earlier was messy, leading to unclean cut and dull edges. I mentally tried to arrange this messy soul pathway to define the boundaries of leather pieces as I desire to refer to the aforementioned design. Finally, I was able to cut all the pieces neatly, perfectly fitting the design requirements. I did not turn off the soul pupils but kept them activated as I proceeded to the stitching part of the card creation process. And I was right to do so. Thanks to soul pupils I was able to see the soul pathways meet and converge as I stitched the leather pieces together, enabling me to blend the soul pathways of each piece perfectly. The most important and stressed part was where I had to blend the soul pathways of the common core to the soul pathways of leather. Cores are the most important part of the card because not only do they house card abilities but also help the card to morph between the actual item and the card itself. Then finally came the time to transfer soul abilities from the Gale Rabbit core to the Gale Rabbit Leather Boots core. With the help of soul pupils, I could see this bright mass of light within the Gale Rabbit core and just a speck of light in the Gale Rabbit Leather Boots core. If I was right, this bright mass of light within the Gale Rabbit core should be its soul abilities. The speck of light in the Gale Rabbit Leather Boots core should be the card morphing ability. Now all I have to do is to make sure that the bright mass of light within the Gale Rabbit core is perfectly transferred to the Gale Rabbit Leather Boots core without any leaks. Because leak of the bright light would lead to more than just decrease of durability ratings and increase in star ratings, it would lead to incomplete transfer, meaning loss of some of the soul abilities inside Gale Rabbit core, or even incomplete soul abilities inside the Gale Rabbit Leather Boots core. Using my mental strength as a medium, I slowly began to transfer the bright mass of light from within the Gale Rabbit core to the Gale Rabbit Leather Boots core. Once the bright mass of light was out of the core, it became exciting and wild, unlike its tranquil self within the core, making it harder for me to complete the transfer process without any leaks. Thanks to my soul pupils, unlike other card apprentices, I could see the bright mass of light, instead of relying on my senses to feel the bright mass of light. So making it easier for me to avoid any leakage during transfer, but still, it was stressful. Card creation complete. Finally, I deactivated my soul eyes to see the card I had created. The 3 ingredients card in the card creation page had vanished and left behind only one card: Gale Rabbit Leather Boots. Card name, Gale Rabbit Leather Boots. Card type, item card. Card rank, F rank, common grade. Card rating, 1 star. Card durability, 97/100. Card effect, touched by Gale Spirit, passive. Additional effects, sprint, active, double jump, active. Touched by Gale Spirit, agility +1, passive. Sprint, active, increased agility for a minute. Cooldown time 120 seconds. Double jump, active, ability to jump second time by step on air. Cooldown time 10 seconds. XX I cursed out loud seeing the specs of my newly created card. I got goosebumps seeing how overpowered this card was compared to the same ones being sold in the mall. 3 abilities with the lowest possible star ratings and near perfect durability rating. This card was the definition of the perfect card. I had not seen an F rank card with 3 abilities and such perfect star and durability ratings. I understood why my card was better than the one sold in the mall because unlike me other card Apprentice did not have a cheat like an origin card ability. If not for my soul pupils I would not be able to create a single item card even after using all 3 of the card ingredients sets. The only thing that I was not satisfied with was the lack of color to the boots. Instead of ultrafly boots they looked like wood ultrafly boots. And I was not a fan of wood boots. Thinking of this I called the sales lady using my grimoire. Please wait, your allotted sales representative will reach you soon. Expected wait time 1 minute. Knock. Knock. May I come in, sir? Soon I heard the knock on the card lab door and the same bob-cut brunette in office attire from earlier walked in. How may I help you, sir? I need good quality dyes for my Gale rabbit leather. What would you recommend? I would recommend henna generic dyes. They are natural, long-lasting, more dust-resistant and have a glossy touch to them. But they cost $50 a can. Okay, get me 4 cans of blue, black, white, and red color. Sure, sir. After receiving the dyes, I recreated the first Gale rabbit leather boots card again, but this time with a white body and red sole, but regrettably its durability decreased to 90 seconds. I created 2 more Gale rabbit leather boots cards with the remaining 2 sets of card ingredients, one with a black body and blue sole while another one was completely red. This time both the cards had a perfect durability rating of 100/100. Now these what I call ultrafly boots, I thought looking at 3 pairs of Gale rabbit leather boots in front of me. Chapter 10, Card Auction. Time 20:45. Location Sky Blossom City, Adventure Guild Association Mall. Creating 3 F-rank cards took me nearly 3.5 hours, mainly due to applying dye to the rabbit leather, and it was already late evening outside. Checking out of the card lab I found an empty couch and sat comfortably. Please wait as your allotted sales representative will be reaching you soon. Expected wait time, 120 seconds. Currently, I was drained both mentally and physically. I never thought that creating 3 F-rank cards would take such a huge toll on me. It felt like I had not slept for days. If not for my curiosity about how much the cards could fetch me, I would have been taking a nap in the card lab right now. And right now I felt more confident and satisfied than afternoon because right now I had equipped the full red ultrafly boots and they looked fly. Who says buying stuff won't make you happy? They must be buying the wrong stuff. Even after invading the buffet for lunch, I felt hungry, and since it was time for dinner I ordered 1 large juicy steak and 1 large Coke, through the grimoire. Order confirmed. Expected wait time 4 minutes. The bob-cut brunette in office attire walked towards me. She is still here. When does she get off work? The sales job is tough, I thought as I nodded to her. With a polite nod and smile, she said, "Sir, how may I be of your service?" "I want to sell these item cards," I said, throwing 2 Gale rabbit leather boots cards on the coffee table. The sales lady picked up the 2 cards for appraisal. Finally, I saw her replace her professional smile with a dumbfounded expression. Stutteringly she said, "Sir, did you create these cards earlier?" I frowned and asked why so many questions. I said I wanted to sell these cards, didn't I? Regaining her professional smile, the sales lady hurriedly apologized. "Sorry sir, please let me double check before offering you a price." While the sales lady was busy appraising the cards for their authenticity, the waiter brought my order in a trailer. "Your order, sir, 1 large steak and Coke large. Would you prefer a dining table, sir? No, I will have it here." After hearing me, the waiter elegantly placed the dish and drink on the coffee table and walked away. Without caring for the busy sales lady, I began to enjoy my dinner. Sorry for the delay, sir. After talking to the manager and careful consideration, we have come up with these prices. For the card with a 92 durability rating, we offer you $92,000, and for the other one with the perfect durability rating, we offer $157,000. If you are not satisfied with the price we are offering you, we can always put them up for auction, but it will take a minimum of 2 days to auction these cards. We recommend auction as it will fetch the maximum price for these cards. To tell the truth, I was actually dissatisfied with the price they offered, because not only were my cards contain good abilities but had perfect star and durability ratings, and they looked fly and could also be considered as collectibles compared to the cards they sold. Card auction is very common in this world, as it is the most efficient way to collect diverse and desired cards. I could consider it, but I needed the money right now to continue with the next phase of my plan, that is to buy a card for my self-defense. But what surprised me the most is the difference in the price of the two cards. It seems making cards with perfect durability is harder than I thought. I just hope these cards don't bring any trouble my way. Putting down the fork, sipping the Coke, I said, "Okay, I will auction the card with perfect durability and sell the other one to you." "Sure, sir. Let me remind you that the Guild Association Mall will take 10% as auction charges." "No problem." "Okay, sir, I will contact you with the results of the auction in 2 days." "Anything else, sir?" "I would like to buy a few cards and some cosmetics." Passive skill card Bear Form X1. Passive skill card Mud Frog Skin X1. Vitamin E Potion X3. Biotin Potion X3. Passive skill card Bear Form X1, $42,999. Passive skill card Mud Frog Skin X1, $24,999. Vitamin E Potion X3, $7,099. Biotin Potion X3, $12,599. Total, $87,696. Balance, $4,304. Card name, Bear Form. Card ratings, 16 stars. Card durability, 80 to 80 seconds. Card effect, user becomes proficient in beast form martial arts bear form. Addition effect, strength and senses of a bear, passive. Card name, Mud Frog Skin. Card ratings, 12 stars. Card effect, the user can breathe through skin pores and control the size of skin pores. Additional effects, maintaining the mucous membranes of the skin. The Bear Form card is for my self-defense, while the Mud Forgot Skin card and the cosmetics are for my skin. I am not a vain person who cares about fair skin, but I would still prefer to have smooth and glowing skin rather than patchy skin filled with bumps and dark spots suffering from light acne. If someone tells you that they don't care about outer beauty, then they are probably lying or don't know how much of a hypocrite they are. Being an entrepreneur, I know how much first impressions mattered. And why be looked down upon when you can be the person whom all ladies want to be with and all men want to be like? Finishing my dinner, I hailed a cab to my flat and then slept like a log. Chapter 11, Limitations. Date March 19, 2321. Time 9:30. Location Sky Blossom City, Lion Cub High School. Andre Johnson is the principal of Lion Cub High School and a silver card apprentice. Being born in the projects, only Andre knew how many people he had to step on to reach his current position. With his increasing age, Andre's ambition declined. People started to call him soft, but only Andre knew that with his increasing rank it became hard for him to find opportunities to climb higher. And the waters here were deeper than in projects. But yesterday night he received a piece of unexpected news. Andre saw an opportunity in this. If he played his cards right, he can finally become an associate superintendent. Knowing what he had to do, Andre put an end to his vacation and returned to the school today. The school was running, as usual, thanks to his opportunistic assistant and the hard-working vice principal. Andre didn't bother to go to his office, instead hurriedly walked to the staff room. Seeing the principal, the staff seemed to be surprised and greeted him hurriedly. Principal. Go, good morning. Where is Teacher Wang? Robert Wang had gone to the washroom, he should return anytime. Seeing the principal still wait in the staff room, the teacher added, Sir, I will ask Teacher Wang to visit you in your office. No need, I will wait for our star teacher here. The teacher was dumbfounded hearing Andre's unexpected answer. Thankfully Robert Wang returned. Principal, good morning, I heard you wouldn't be back for another week. Entering the staff room, Robert Wang noticed the principal waiting beside his cubicle. With hard-working teachers such as yourself working, how can I be lazy? No sir, you work the hardest around here, without you the school would be closed by now. Haha, Teacher Wang, I heard that recently a student in your class was promoted to card apprentice by contracting a silver grimoire. What? Robert Wang was puzzled. He never heard of this. Yes, many of his students did happen to promote to card apprentice, but none had contracted a silver grimoire. Andre's words attracted the attention of other teachers in the staff room. No wonder the principal is so approachable today, they thought. It should be Dalton Wyatt, he is in your class, right? How sure are you, sir? Because I know Dalton, he is a bum, how can he possibly contract a silver grimoire? You. Hearing Robert, Andre was furious, he almost punched him. I received the update from one of the board members. Forget it, take me to Student Wyatt. Why hasn't he reported his promotion in the school? Sir. Student Wyatt is absent for 2 days now. What? You have his number, right? Call him now. That. I said call him now. Teacher Wang summoned his bronze grimoire and called Wyatt. Calling Dalton Wyatt. Hello, Dalton, this is XX your fat mama, XX you and your fat mama. Sorry, wrong number. Wait, Dal. Toot. WTF, what the X did just happen? Andre did not know what was going on here, but he did not care. He pointed to Robert Wang's nose and said, I don't know what is happening here, I don't care. Make sure Student Wyatt reports to the school, otherwise you can find another school to teach. Hearing Andre's cold tone, Robert Wang shivered in fright. As Andre left the staff room, Robert slumped to his seat. Never in his dreams did he think that the wimpy little brat he toyed around with would contract a silver grimoire. Had he known earlier, he would have been more careful around the kid. Pretty soon the news that Dalton Wyatt of Class 1A had contracted a silver grimoire spread like a forest fire in the school. Time 9:43. Location Sky Blossom City, Wyatt residence. Do people not sleep in this world, I thought, hanging up on class teacher Wang. Well, since I am up already, might as well get out of bed. Picking the sand out of my eye corners, I walked into the washroom. Washing my face, I brushed my teeth. Then I filled the bathtub with ice-cold water and mixed in a 1:1 ratio of vitamin E and biotin potion. After waiting a few minutes for the mixture to mix well, I equipped the Mudfrog skin card and got into the tub. Fully immersing myself in the water, I widened the pores of my skin, allowing them to breathe in the mixture of cold water and potions. Soon my skin turned dark, accumulating the mixture of potion in them. Then I got out of the tub and walked into the shower. While in the shower, I made sure to widen my pores and breathe out the accumulated mixture in my pores. As I breathed out the mixture, along with it all the dirt, pus within my skin pores poured out. Narrowing my skin pores and drying myself, I looked into the mirror. My skin was glowing with an attractive charm and was smooth as a baby's skin. The acne and dark spots on my face were nowhere to be seen. Ah! This card stuff is magical. I sighed, admiring my hand face along with my smooth and glowing skin. Afterwards, I looked at my updated stats page. Gender male. Rank, card student 16% 29 stars. 4, empty. 1. Bear form, common grade. 2. Mudfrog skin, common grade. 1. Gale rabbit leather boots, common grade. Card holder. 1. Mudfrog skin, common grade. Since I have 16% active soul control, I can only equip cards up to 32 stars, bear form, 16 stars, mud frog skin, 12 stars, and gale rabbit leather boots, 1 star, totaling up to 29 stars. Star/soul power is the limitation of a card apprentice, therefore cards with low star ratings are preferred and expensive. This is also the reason why my cards sold for nearly 25 times their base price. Chapter 12, Bentley. Time 11:03. Location, Sky Blossom City, East Zone, Zhang Financier's main office. Having my breakfast, I hailed a cab to Zhang Financier's to solve my money problems. Zhang Financiers are a good bunch of people who like to help the local businesses and families financially without any surety or collateral. At least that is what they claim to be. But in reality, they are illegal loan sharks, who charge heavy interest rates on the loans they give out. As for surety and collateral, they use the family or life of the debtors as to their collateral and surety. Zhang Financiers are backed by Zhang mercenaries famous for their cruelty and brutality. Especially their leader Kevin Zhang, silver grimoire holder. His barbarism knows no bounds and is famous throughout the Sky Blossom City for his viciousness and savagery. With such savage goons on their beck and call, nobody dares to cross Zhang Financiers. Taking money from them is equal to selling yourself and your loved ones. Zhang Financier's main office is a fancy 13 stories building built by robbing hard-earned money of innocent people. Walking to the receptionist in the lobby of the building, I passed her a business card and said, "Tell Bentley that Wyatt is here to meet him." The receptionist, after confirming that the card belonged to Bentley, said, "Sir, please follow me." Taking the elevator to the 7th floor, I followed the receptionist to a fancy meeting room where a shabby man in an expensive suit was waiting for us. This dude is Bentley, Kevin Zhang's nephew and his only living blood relative. He is the CEO and face of Zhang Financiers in papers. This guy is the proper definition of a prodigal second-generation rich. As for how I know him, Bentley is supposedly a victim of a scam similar kind faced by young Wyatt. He approached young Wyatt saying he was searching for the scam artist, and in his search, he happened to hear about young Wyatt being scammed, so he came to young Wyatt to see if he had any clues to catching the scam artist. During this process, Bentley befriended young Wyatt, and passing the card to Wyatt, he said if Wyatt ever needed money, then Bentley can hook him up for a loan with a cheap interest rate. After being scammed for the first time in his life, young Wyatt had already lost trust in society, so he did not trust Bentley and never considered asking Bentley's help. Neither did I, but Bentley's card caught my eye yesterday as I was searching for spare change or any neglected money in every corner of the house. To be precise, the logo on the card caught my eye. Because I had seen this logo tattooed on the nape of the two hooligans that came to my flat yesterday morning. Suddenly it became clearer to me that the people targeting young Wyatt were none other than Zhang Financiers. They scammed all of young Wyatt's money, then they staged the fake accident. Bentley approached young Wyatt so that he could make young Wyatt take a loan from Zhang Financiers. They wanted to bury young Wyatt in their debt, but what for? Of course for the 2 silver grimoires. Because there is nothing else on young Wyatt that could catch Zhang Financier's eyes. It was a good, deep, and elaborate plan, but alas, never would they have imagined that young Wyatt would attempt suicide writing his property to a children's trust. Nearly wasting all their efforts if not for me being transmigrated. And as to why was I here? Even after knowing everything, obviously to get justice for young Wyatt and make some money while I am at it. Student Wyatt, welcome to Zhang Financiers. Say, what brings you here? I am here to meet you, brother Bentley, and talk about the offer you made me last time we met. Ah. Where are my manners? Come inside, have a seat. Would you like anything to drink? Coffee, tea, or cold drinks? Seating on the couch, I glance at the joyous Bentley. His attitude took a total 180-degree turn once I mentioned taking a loan. No, brotherly, maybe next time. Let's talk about business first. I am in a hurry. It seems student Wyatt is in urgent need of money. Tell me how much you need, I will see what I can do. Thank you, brotherly, you're a savior. I got into some trouble recently and am urgently in need of money, about $6 million. I didn't need $6 million, I just threw out the first number that popped in my head. What? $6 million. I put on a very innocent expression similar to that of a naive lamb. Student Wyatt, $6 million is a huge amount, even our company's total asset is not worth that much. Sorry, but I can't lend you that much money even if you had collateral or surety. Putting on a disappointed face I asked, can't you help me, brotherly, please? This is a huge amount of money, our company can't loan you that much. Okay, then I will find some other place to borrow money, thank you brotherly, sorry for the trouble. Hearing my response, Banley was shocking. Isn't the script wrong? Aren't you supposed to beg and negotiate a deal with me? Where are you going? Stop. Student Wyatt, wait. That amount of money nobody will be willing to loan you without any collateral or surety. Brotherly, if you are asking for surety and collateral, I might as well go to the bank, they have much better interest rates. No, Student Wyatt, I didn't mean that. What I was going to say is that you could borrow a part of the money from us and the remaining amount from some other financer. What do you think? Sounds good, but how much are you going to loan me? How about $500,000? Too little, brotherly, I might as well try some other place. You drive a hard bargain, Student Wyatt, $1,250,000, I can't get more than this. I could see that Banley was really being sincere this time, but not sincere enough, because a single silver grimoire can be auctioned for about $4 million. Even if you are willing to pay $4 million, one will not be willing to sell a silver grimoire. Banley had a big appetite. He wanted to gobble up $8 million by just paying $1,250,000. But I did not care, since I was not planning on returning the money in the first place. Let this be Zhang's first small installment payment to what they owe young Wyatt. Okay, deal. Where do I sign? I said, knowing that Banley would rather not make this back deal official by putting this on paper. Because in this world, loaning money to someone with a higher interest rate than the standard and legal interest rate was considered a crime punishable with jail time. In this world, the government took white-collar crime very seriously. So, Banley did not want to leave a paper trail. Because of legal problems, and also because he had that much confidence in his uncle and his goons. All they needed was a moral high ground to go after silver grimoires. No, Student Wyatt, there is no need for that, I trust you. If you say so. Collecting money from Banley, I hailed a cab to Guild Association Mall to stock up on more cards and increase my strength. The loan due date was 1 year from today, and the interest rates were 3 times the legal interest rates, and if I am unable to pay interest by the end of every month, then they will be adding certain late fees and charge interest for the interest to be paid. This was a trap, but I didn't mind stepping in it, as I knew that they are going to come after me one way or the other. I might as well make some money out of it. Money is good, as in this world money meant strength. Money equals good, cards equals strength. 1 year was enough for me to grow stronger than Kevin Zhang and his goons. As Wyatt was leaving the building, Banley busy directing his goons. Speed up the process, I want that brat begging me for more money by the end of this week. But boss, what if the brat finds other lenders? Then things will become complicated. Don't worry about that, my uncle will take care of that. Okay boss. Chapter 13, Beast Will Core. March 19, 2321. Time 12:34. Location Sky Blossom City, Adventure Guild Association Mall. Since I just made a buttload of money, I decided to visit the auction section of the mall where all the good stuff is sold. This part of the mall is more luxurious, with all the fancy lighting and flamboyant decor. After all, the people visiting here are big spenders or strong card apprentices who provide the auction house with all the rare materials. So, the mall has to keep up with its appearance. But for some reason today the auction house seemed to be crowded, so I decided to call a guide. Please wait, as your assigned sales representative will soon reach you. Expected wait time, 70 seconds. As I waited for Susan, I heard a commotion. The commotion had attracted a bunch of watermelon-eating spectators. Susan is the bob-cut brunette who helped me yesterday. Every silver member of the Guild Association Mall members gets assigned with a sales representative of choice. I chose Susan. She seemed professional enough. What do you mean you can't put our item in tomorrow's auction? I am sorry sir, the catalog for tomorrow's auction has already been published. We can't add any more items. Now we are only expecting items for next week's auction. No. That won't work for us, we need money urgently. Please see if you can somehow squeeze us in tomorrow's auction. I am sorry sir, I can't help you with this. A small mercenary group with 6 bronze card apprentice upon clearing an E-rank dungeon boss got an E-rank common grade dungeon boss core with the beast wool. But in the process, one of their members lost an arm. Not to worry, in this world recovery of a limb or reattachment of a limb is no big deal, but it's not cheap. No wonder they are in such a hurry. Good day sir, how may I help you today? Susan greeted me. Impeccable timing. How does she do it? I was impressed with the professionalism of the Guild Association Mall staffs. Susan, how much did you guys offer for the E-rank beast wool core? Let me check sir. Checking her iron grimoire, Susan replied, $345,000, sir. So, cheap. Cores with the beast wool within them are very rare and can be used as ingredients to create origin cards. The mall's asking price was cheap, no wonder they wanted to auction the core. Sir, even though cores containing beast wool are rare ingredients used in the making of origin cards, they usually don't sell because nobody is willing to buy them unless it matches the origin cards they are making. What Susan said made sense, though beast wool core are rare. If nobody needs them, then they lose their value. Walking near the booth, I used my soul pupils on the beast wool core to check what is the difference between a normal core and a core with the beast wool within it. When seeing through the soul pupils, a normal core contains a bright mass of light within it. As for the core with the beast wool, it also has a bright mass of light in it, but this mass of light is in the shape of the beast the core belonged to. In this case, the bright mass of light was shaped in the shape of a bear, as the core belonged to the abyssal giant bear. Looking at the curled up bear in the core, a sudden idea for a new card flashed in my and I decided to buy the core. But I did not walk to the card apprentice to talk business. I conveyed my intention to Susan and let the professional do the job. Susan wasn't cheap, as the mall charges a 5% brokerage charge for any deal brokered through it. Turns out it wasn't just me who showed their intention to buy the core. Many small-time merchants wanted to make some profit off the desperation of the card apprentice. So to get my hands on the beast wool core, I had to quote a sincere offer. Considering the market price of the beast wool core and my need to satisfy my curiosity, I quoted $1 million, but the brokerage fees would be shouldered by the other party. I thought I would have to wait for the other party to make up their minds before answering, but the other party readily agreed to my offer. Here's your beast wool core, friend. Hope you successfully create your origin card. Thank you, but I did not buy this core to create an origin card. What? Then why did you quote such a high offer? I need this card for a card recipe I came up with. So, I thought the core was worth the price. Okay, that's good, that's good. But aren't you a little young to create your own card recipe? No, I am not. Chapter 14, Abyssal Giant Bear Spirit Guard. Time 12:51. Sir, how may I help you? First, I wanted to walk around the auction house, but since I got my hands on the beast wool core, I decided against it because I wanted to check if the new card recipe I came up with was possible. Lead me to Card Lab, and I also want to buy the following cards. E-rank Bear Form Card, X1. F-rank Origard Card, X1. E-rank Common Core, X1. E-rank Bear Form Card, $147,000. F-rank Origard Card, $22,000. E-rank Common Core, $10,000. Discount, 5%, $8,950. Total, $170,050. Card ratings, 24 stars. Card durability, 84/84. Card effect, user becomes elite in beast form martial arts bear form. Addition effect, strength and senses of a bear, passive, dot. Card name, Aura Guard. Card ratings, 14 stars. Card effect, strengthens the aura of the user. Additional effect, passive protection from harmful and negative rays, example ultraviolet sun rays. E-rank bear form card rose the proficiency level of beast forms martial arts bear form from proficient to elite. Martial arts proficiency can be divided into proficient, elite, master, grandmaster. As for aura guard, according to studies every living being has aura emitting from their body, and stronger the aura means that person is healthier. If any average John/Jane Doe from my world were to be equipped with aura guard, then he/she could easily live across 110 years of age. When I first saw the curled up bear in the core, my first thought was this will go great with bear form martial arts. Then upon further thoughts, I came up with a possible new card recipe. Being an inventor, I couldn't wait to try it out, so I didn't hesitate to quote a sincere price for the beast will core. I entered the card lab collecting all the ingredients. I still had nearly 6.5 hours of monthly free time left under my membership. Sitting in the card lab, placing all card ingredients on the card creation page, I closed my eyes and poured my mental strength into the grimoire. This time the card creation process would be more difficult than last time, as I am using 2 already operational cards as ingredients. Thinking about the kind of card I wanted to create, I opened my soul pupils and scanned all 4 ingredients: E-rank bear form card, F-rank aura guard card, E-rank beast will core, and E-rank common core. Within the bear form card, I saw a bright mass of light shaped in the form of a martial artist continually practicing bear form martial arts. While in the aura guard card, I saw the bright mass of light shaped in the form of guard. In the beast will core, I saw a bear sleeping in a curled up position, but the bright mass of light in here was much brighter compared to the mass of light in the bear from card. My intuition told me that if I tried to bind the beast will core to the bear form card, then I would fail, as the bear form card's soul pathways seemed to be weaker compared to the soul pathways in the beast will core. Therefore I came up with an idea to strengthen the soul pathways of the bear form card with the soul pathways of the aura guard card. I proceeded accordingly. Using the mental strength, I moved the bright mass of light from the aura guard card to strengthen the bear form card. I was careful so that I didn't leak any bright mass of light in the process. The soul pathways of aura guard easily dissolved into the soul pathways of the bear form card, strengthening the bear form card. Next, I didn't directly try to bind the beast will with the strengthened bear form card. I used the E-rank common grade core as the medium. I slowly moved both soul pathways of beast will and bear form into the common grade core simultaneously. The beast will resisted at first, but being overpowered by the soul pathways of bear form, its resistance was of no use and bound with the common grade core. I looked into the E-rank common grade core. With the addition of beast will and bear form soul pathways, the speck of bright light inside it turned into a large mass of bright light in the shape of abyssal giant bear. This abyssal bear was no longer curled up and sleeping, instead it showed intelligence and was continually practicing bear form martial arts. Then I activated the morphing property of the common grade core, turning it into a card. Card creation complete. Abyssal Giant Bear Spirit Guard. Card name, Abyssal Giant Bear Spirit Guard. Card ratings, 26 stars. Card durability, 100/100. Card effect, user becomes elite in beast form martial arts abyssal giant bear form. Additional effect, strength and senses of the abyssal giant bear, passive, abyssal giant bear spirit guard, passive, abyssal roar, active, intimidating aura, passive, dot. Abyssal giant bear spirit guard, passive, the user's aura is strengthened to the point where it takes the form of an abyssal giant bear spirit. This abyssal giant bear spirit is sentient and will passively protect the user, meanwhile strengthening user's abyssal giant bear form martial arts by giving increased strength, defense, and senses of the abyssal giant bear and other abyssal giant bear abilities. Intimidating aura, passive, user passively emits the aura of a wild abyssal giant bear. Abyssal roar, active, user can roar like the abyssal giant bear, stunning all nearby enemies for 1 to 3 seconds based on strength difference. Cooldown time, 140 seconds. The star rating is very high than I expected it should be because the star ratings of cards I used as ingredients was high. Thankfully the durability ratings are perfect, one of the reasons I preferred the Aura Guard card for strengthening over other alternatives. What was more shocking was the evolution of bear from martial arts to abyssal giant bear form and evolution of Aura Guard to abyssal giant bear spirit guard. Not to mention the abyssal roar and intimidating aura. This card could be considered overpowered in E-rank common grade cards. 3 passive and 1 active abilities with such low star ratings and perfect durability ratings was unheard of. I bet this card would fetch me a fortune if I auctioned it. Removing the F-rank bear form card, I equipped the E-rank abyssal giant bear spirit guard card. Due to my lacking star power, I could not hold cards more than 32 stars. But with E-rank abyssal giant bear spirit guard card, who needs as an F-rank bear form card? E-rank abyssal giant bear is a boss monster. With it and my Gale rabbit leather boots abilities complementing each other's weakness, I had become an unstoppable force within E-ranks. Chapter 15, Premium Spa Package. Time 18:10. Good evening, sir. While I was checking out of the card lab, I was greeted by Susan. I did not ask for her. Was she here waiting for me all this time? Is it some kind of a new perk of a Silver Grimoire member? It took me nearly 5 hours to create the Abyssal Giant Bear Spirit Guard card. Even though the card creation process is easy for me thanks to my Soul Pupil's Origin card, but transferring soul pathways from one card or ingredients to another card or ingredients is very time consuming, as you need to be sure to not cause any leaks. Seeing my puzzled face, Susan explained, "Sir, I wanted to inform you that your Gale Rabbit Leather Boots card will be auctioned tomorrow and to ask if you would be attending the auction. Since you were in the card room, I decided not to disturb you by sending a message or calling you." "That's very considerate of you, Miss Susan, and I would like to attend the auction tomorrow." "Okay, then I will add your name to the guest list, sir." "Anything else, sir?" "No, I am feeling tired and hungry from creating the card. That's it for today. Sir, if I may, I would like to recommend our premium spa package. It will help relieve your fatigue. I am not new to the spa, but right now I did not feel like squandering money after spending $1,170,050 on card ingredients for Abyssal Giant Bear Spirit card. The card was worth it, but let's try to be a little frugal so that I don't end up poor again." As if Susan could read my mind, she added, "Sir, it is all paid for, it's on the house." "Is it some kind of perk for being a silver member?" I asked, because the spa isn't cheap and that premium package should be expensive. "No sir, it's kind of paid by me. I just got advanced to Card Apprentice while you were in the card room. This premium spa package is also one of my gifts from management for becoming a Card Apprentice," said Susan excitedly, summoning her bronze grimoire. The majority of people achieve 10% active soul control before they are 21 years old, but some late bloomers achieve it later in their life. For example, Susan is in her mid-20s and just achieved 10% active soul control. I was still waiting for Susan to explain herself. And she continued, "So I just wanted to share my happiness with one of my important clients." I understand what she was trying to do. She was trying to make me feel special and make sure one of her big clientele doesn't leave her. This is what we call professional socialization in the adult world. You scratch my back, I scratch your back. Knowing her mind, I didn't shy away from her offer and said, "Congratulations, Miss Susan, for becoming a card apprentice. As for my gift to you, I will help you create one card." If someone heard me, they would sneer at my arrogant words, as I have only been a card apprentice for less than 2 days now. But Susan was different, as she had seen my capabilities firsthand, therefore she beamed with joy as she heard my words. "Thank you, sir, let me lead you to the spa." "Okay." I didn't mind having a friendly relationship with Susan because she seemed hardworking and sincere enough. With her as my connection, I could get some insider information on the good stuff in the mall or auction. I don't want to seem sudden, but I want to create my origin card and would like your help, sir. Sudden. More like planned. You couldn't be a more obvious lady. Okay, whatever, since I promised I will help you this once. Sure, why not? When and where? Whenever you are free, sir. How about after the spa? I should be re-energized by then to help you. I just wanted to get over it, but for some reason, I couldn't help but feel like drawing the short straw. Forgot it, let's consider this as an investment. Thank you, sir. It turns out that masseuses in the premium package were all occupational card apprentices. Occupational card apprentices are card apprentices who choose to focus their card choice on occupational cards rather than combat cards. For example, cooks, tailors, miners, farmers, doctors, pharmacists, priests, dancers, singers, actors, idols, etc. To my tired body, my 4HRS in the spa was like being in heaven. The relaxed and positive atmosphere inside helped me relax every fiber in my body. I don't know what cards they had and what their abilities were, but I felt like going through nirvana physically and mentally. All in all, I had a good time and nursed back to my top condition. The only downside was that food and beverages were not included in the premium package. Susan offered to pay, saying it was her treat and it was only fair that she paid. I did not mind. Later we checked into Card Lab under Susan's ID. Susan had made all the preparation while I was enjoying spa. Time 18:30. While Wyatt was enjoying his massage, class teacher Robert Wong was having the worst day. Getting off work, he decided to visit Wyatt's place rather than calling him. Robert Wong was still having a hard time believing that twerp Wyatt had been promoted to card apprentice and also contracted a silver grimoire. It seems God takes care of drunks and fools. It was not surprising that Wyatt had been promoted to card apprentice. After all, both his parents were card apprentices, but it was shocking that Wyatt would break the limit and contracted a silver grimoire. One has to know that silver grimoire holders are very rare in a small city like Sky Blossom City. The thought that a child that he bullied joined the ranks of silver grimoire holders made the hair on the neck of class teacher Wong stand. He wanted to fix this problem one or the other way and had planned it all out. All he had to do was make some lie up about how he was trying to get Wyatt's full potential out by putting some pressure on him and telling Wyatt that everything he did up till now was all to force out Wyatt's potential. And that wimpy kid will buy it? Claiming credits in someone else's work was not new to Wong. That's how he became a class teacher in the first place. When Wong arrived at Wyatt residence, he saw 4 shabby and beefy figures blocking the door. Seeing Wong, they threw a rowdy glare at him. Being a card apprentice, Wong was not afraid of these normies. Why are guys blocking the door? Old geezer, just walk away and mind your own business. Young man, didn't your parents teach you to respect your elders? As Wong said that, a bronze light shone on Wong's skin. Seeing the bronze light, the goon who spoke earlier and the goon next to him stepped backwards. But the other 2 goons remained aloof and directly summoned 2 bronze grimoires. Seeing that their companions were also card apprentice, the goons gained little backbone and menaced, "Old geezer, walk away, this doesn't concern you." Seeing that there are 2 card apprentices among the goons, Wong was caught off guard, but being a veteran card apprentice, Wong was confident he could handle 2 rookie card apprentices or escape unscathed. So, he arrogantly said, "This does concern me. The house you're blocking belongs to my student. What is happening here? Do I need to call the cops?" Hearing the word cops, the 4 goons looked at each other and then, after giving Wong a threatening glare, they deserted the place. This mark was very important to the boss, so they did not want to involve cops and screw it up because of a 2-bit teacher. Seeing the goons flee the scene, Wong sneered and walked up to the Wyatt house door, only to find that Wyatt was not home. Wong decided to wait for a few minutes to see if Wyatt would come back. Seeing that the goons had been taken care of, Wong didn't know what kind of trouble Wyatt had gotten himself into. He didn't care. He saw a chance to act like a hero and make his story more believable in Wyatt's eyes. Few minutes turned into hours. It was already midnight and there was no sign of Wyatt yet. Frustrated, Wang slammed hard on the door and left. Chapter 16, Susan. Time 22:12. Location: Sky Blossom City, Guild Association Mall, Card Lab. Origin cards are unique grade cards, unique to each card holder based on their individuality. Therefore there is no definite recipe for creating an origin card. Neither is there any definite ingredient for an origin card. But there is a fated ingredient that only the individual card apprentices can sense. Card apprentices can use this fated ingredient as cornerstone for making their unique origin card. Card apprentices have this supernatural sense when it comes to sensing their origin card's fated ingredient. There is this feeling in their heart when they encounter the fated ingredient that is fit for creating their origin card, a sense telling them to possess that said fated ingredient no matter what. It is just pure fate to find the fated ingredient fit for your origin card. For Susan, her fated ingredient was a black steel armor corset. So Susan's fated ingredient was hinting to create medieval female armor. For some, the fated ingredient can be as simple as a cloth or a wooden sword, and for some, it can be as impossible as legendary dragon bone marrow or phoenix tears. Okay, then what kind of origin card do you plan to create? So I can decide on the rest of the suitable ingredients. After the fated ingredient is found, the remaining ingredient can be chosen based on the type of card you're going to create. Thankfully, Susan's fated ingredient was not some kind of legendary ingredient, otherwise it would be very hard to find the ingredients that would go with it, and not mention that they would be out of budget for a sales representative salary. That. I don't know. I know that my fated ingredient is part of medieval armor, but I don't want my origin card to be just a medieval armor. I get what she was saying. Everyone expects their origin card to be mystical and powerful, but medieval armor doesn't fit those criteria. If you are not sure about what kind of card you want, then how are we going to proceed with card creation? Do you have any ideas for my origin card? Wait, do you trust someone whom you only meet twice to create your origin card? I thought you just want my help, but now you want me to create the whole card for you. Whatever, I did promise to create a card for you. Who am I kidding? She just got promoted to card apprentice in the afternoon. Does she even know how to operate the card creation page? Yes. I think you are a genius when it comes to card creation. So, please help me create my origin card. Why are you in such a hurry to create an origin card? You just got promoted to card apprentice today. I am just a contract-based staff in Guild Association. They can let go of me anytime. But recently few older staff had retired, opening few permanent spots. Earlier I wasn't eligible, but now that I am a card apprentice I am eligible to apply. And having a good origin card could increase my chance of becoming a permanent staff. Oh, I see. Wait, if she becomes a permanent staff of the Guild Association, then her authority in the Guild Mall will increase and I will have a stronger ally. Seeing that my investment was already showing signs of progress, I was motivated to help Susan. Okay, then tell me your budget so I can decide on the rest of the suitable ingredients. $900,000. Susan started working as a sales representative at the young age of 18, and now it has been 7 years since then, and she has saved up to $400,000 with hard work and dedication. As a contracted sales representative, she was paid a bare minimum wage, which is only enough to pay her apartment rent, but she was also given 1% of every sale she made. One could only imagine how much hard work it took for her to save up to $400,000 in 7 years after paying for her daily expenses. As for the remaining $500,000, her parents lent it to her by gathering money from selling their family house, taking personal loans and their savings. Their only daughter is their everything, and they would endure any amount of hardship to see her succeed. So, Susan had a lot riding on this one card. She couldn't call for professional help because she could barely afford the price of the remaining ingredients, let alone hundreds of thousands of dollars for professional help. Susan's years of experience as a sales representative and her woman's intuition told her that this teenager in front of her isn't simple, it was more than him being able to contract a silver grimoire. It was his eyes, they seemed to contain years of experience and wisdom. Susan wasn't afraid of hardship, what she was really afraid of was not being able to climb higher because she is too afraid of losing what she had. Therefore, without any further hesitation, she decided to bet on her intuition and experience by trusting the teenager No. The young man in front of her. Okay, that's not bad. Thankfully black steel is not costly, so no worries. Let me think. Hearing Susan's budget for her origin card, for some reason I felt guilty for spending almost 1,200,000 to creating an E-rank card. Is this what they call rich man's guilt? But I am not rich. As I began musing, many fantasy armors from my previous world's anime, manga, games came to my mind. Now all I had to do is to see if the materials in this world could be used to create any one of those armors within Susan's budget. One armor fit the bill. It was an armor that would devour other armor to replicate the devoured armor's ability. This armor was tricky to use as its power depends upon the armor it had devoured. It had a lot of potential in right hands. I wonder Susan's hands is it? Chapter 17, Successful. Time 22:25. They say you meet friends in unexpected places. After his parents' tragic passing, young Wyatt was a loner. As for me, I just got here. I was so busy cleaning up young Wyatt's mess I didn't have time for friendship. But seeing Susan's trust in me, I started to consider having a friend. I was so wound up with young Wyatt's life that I started to think everyone is trying to use me. Creating an origin card has its risk. Even the world's top card creators wouldn't be able to guarantee a 99% success rate. But I could guarantee a 99% success rate thanks to my soul pupils. I knew that, but Susan didn't. Yes, she had seen me sell 2 perfect F-rank cards, so what? Even a buffoon gets lucky sometimes. Even though Susan didn't know about my soul pupils, she knew about the risks of creating an origin card. Susan and her parents' whole life is invested in this card creation, yet she somehow trusted in me to create the origin card for her. And here I was complaining and whining as if I was being taken advantage of. Who was taking advantage of whom? I had just been promoted to card apprentice a day ago, and yet Susan paid me full payment in the form of a premium spa package and treated me to expensive dinner, to help her create an origin card. Susan is the one to lose the most once I fail in card creation. As for me, I got paid for nothing. Susan was taking a huge risk by trusting in me. I don't see her complaining, instead she is humble. I finally understood why they say to gain someone's trust you have to trust them first. To think I still had something to learn in my second life. Finally, I no longer saw Susan as just an investment but someone worth befriending. I didn't know if Susan thought the same about me, but I was determined to be worthy of her trust. Susan, I need the following ingredients. Black steel x 32 kg. High spit firestones x 5. E-rank metal tooth slime essence x 32. E-rank metal tooth slime core x 32. F-rank black iron bug essence x 64. F-rank black iron bug core x 64. F-rank wood wisp core x 10. Unique grade core x 1. See if it is within budget, otherwise, I will change the ingredients. Black steel x 32 kg, $32,000. High spit firestones x 5, $100,000. E-rank metal tooth slime essence x 32, $320,000. E-rank metal tooth slime core x 32, $320,000. F-rank black iron bug essence x 64, $64,000. F-rank black iron bug core x 64, $64,000. F-rank wood wisp core x 10, $10,000. Unique grade core x 1, available. Employee discount, 10%, $91,000. Total, $819,000. It seems Susan had already prepared a unique grade core, and thanks to the 10% employee discount we barely made it within the budget. Black steel, Black steel is extracted from black iron ore. Unlike normal steel, black steel is used in the refining of magic weapons and armory. High Spitfire stones, these stones generate heat up to 3000 degrees Celsius. Metal tooth slime, these slimes only feed on metal ore and can adopt the properties of metal they feed on. Black iron bug, found exclusively in black iron ore mine as their staple food is black iron ore. Wood wisp, wisp born in a place filled with strong vitality. Used for strengthening a person's vitality. Susan soon brought all the materials at a moment's notice. Okay, now let's form a party. Using the party function in Grimoire, I and Susan formed a party of 2. So that my mental strength can enter Susan's grimoire to create her an origin card. Unlike other cards, I can't create an origin card in my grimoire and later transfer it to Susan. The origin card has to be created in the grimoire to whom the fated ingredient belongs. So we formed a party because in a party one party member has limited access to any other party member's grimoire upon approval by the said card apprentice. After forming the party, Susan passed me her grimoire and all the ingredients. Placing the ingredients on the card creation page, I closed my eyes and poured my mental strength into the grimoire. Having already decided on what card I wanted to prepare, I opened my soul pupils and checked the soul pathways of all the ingredients one by one. Then I carefully mixed soul pathways of E-rank metal tooth slime essence with F-rank black iron bug essence in the ratio of 1:2 respectively. Next, I used high Spitfire stones to melt black steel and the black steel corset into liquid black steel. Afterwards, I used mixed soul pathways of E-rank metal tooth slime essence and F-rank black iron bug essence to strengthen the soul pathways of liquid black steel. Keeping aside the strengthened liquid black steel, I slowly mixed 10 wood wisp soul pathways one by one into the unique core. Then I added the soul pathways from E-rank metal tooth slime cores and F-rank black iron bug cores into the unique core, forming a cocktail of soul pathways of wood wisp, metal tooth slime and black iron bug in the unique core. Finally, I combined the strengthened liquid black steel and unique core to form a black liquid armor. Inside the black liquid armor core, I could see a bright mass of light shaped in the form of slime which would repeatedly try to form a human shape and soon dissolve, unable to stay in the human form. It was sentient and desired to take on human armor form. Then I turned on the morph ability of the unique core to turn the black liquid armor into a card. Card creation complete. Slime armor. Card name, Slime armor. Card rank, unique grade. Card rating, nil. Card durability, nil. Card effect, slime armor is a sentient armor that feeds on armors and replicates the armors it feeds on. Additional effect, absolute replica, passive, memory, passive. Absolute replica, passive, the replication ability is absolute with no flaws. Memory, passive, being a sentient armor it has its memory and can remember all the armors it feeds on. After going through the specs of the origin card, I fell unconscious out of exhaustion as I had to transfer about 200 soul pathways for just this one origin card. If not for the buffs I gained from the spot, I wouldn't be able to hold on till the end. Chapter 18, Breakthrough. March 20th, 2321. Time 9:15. Location Sky Blossom City, Guild Association Mall, Guild Spot, Luxury Section. Opening my eyes to a grand and lavish environment, I was confused. Thankfully I was greeted by Susan's excited face. "Good morning, sir, you're awake finally." What? Why? How long was I unconscious? To be exact 4 hours 10 min. That's it, you sounded as I slept for days. You looked like you would, so I brought you the luxury spa package. Thanks to their continuous treatment you were able to awaken so early and in top condition. What? Luxury spa package? Who is paying? Of course me. I don't mean to be rude, but if you can walk I would love it if we had this conversation some other places because I am paying hundreds of dollars for every minute we are here. What? No. I am still sleepy, come after another hour or two. I said facetiously. Sir, please don't pull my leg. Hey Susan, let me officially introduce myself to you. My name is Dalton Wyatt. You can call me Big Brother Dalton or Big Brother Wyatt. Hey. I am the older one, don't forget the seniority here. My name is Susan Tucci, you have to call me Big Sis Susan. In Guild Association Mall, customer privacy is at most priority. Therefore the sales representative don't know any of the customer info unless the customer chooses to. Tucci, it's a funny name. Arh. Don't get me started. Come, let's go for breakfast. Susan claiming seniority in terms of age, I laughed it off. Comparing age as transmigrator, it sounded funny. Thankfully Susan also saw a friend in me and did not insist on me calling her Big Sis. Booking luxury spa package and a private room for breakfast. Aren't you rich? Nope, the luxury spa package is a thank you gift from me, and as for the private room, it's one of the perks of being an associate auction manager. Congrats. Associate auction manager is a higher position than permanent staff, right? You don't sound happy. Nah. Let's just enjoy our breakfast, shall we? Come on Tucci, spill it out. What is it? I am an associate auction manager just for one day, said Tucci frustratedly. After informing the guild management of her origin card, Susan was promised the last permanent staff spot. But at the last minute, a higher-ranking member used nepotism to get his relative the last spot. The reason given for last-minute changes was that Susan's origin card made her highly qualified for a permanent staff position, and so she would be directly promoted to the associate auction manager position. What do you mean by just for one day? Forget it. By the way, thank you for creating an awesome origin card for me. I never knew that armor could be in liquid form and have intelligence. Very innovative. How did you come up with this idea? Susan, don't change the topic. Tell me what is going on? Maybe there is something we can do. No, there is nothing we can do. You have already helped me a lot. I am already over it. I decided to just intently glare at her until she caved. And she did. Susan's new title comes with new responsibilities, and she is still on probation. Turns out being an associate auction manager is harder than it looks. They have to conduct one auction every week. It's a very competitive job because the auction manager has to fight for a good venue and time slot to conduct an auction, and also gather the right audience and the right items for the auction, with other auction managers. Susan also has to conduct an auction today. Being the new guy, the auction house will provide her with the venue, time slot, and audience, but she has to come up with the right items for auction. Susan time slot is 12:30 to 13:30, for an hour auction period. Susan will have to come up with a minimum of 10 valuable items. Susan couldn't gather 10 auctionable items just in one morning. If she is unable to do so, then she will be fired from the associate auction manager position, deeming her unfit for the position. This was all within the calculations of the guild management. This way they had compensated Susan by giving her an opportunity, and they would also avoid a possible lawsuit when they fired her tomorrow. Corruption and office politics has corroded society, be it this world or the other world. See, I told you there is nothing we can do. Come on, let's enjoy all the perks of being an associate auction manager of Guild Association Mall before I am fired. Are you stupid? Hey. Then what? How can you let go of such an opportunity to make money? What do you mean? First tell me, what kind of audience are you accepting in your time slot? I am serious. Answer me. 12:30 to 13:30 is lunch hour, so it won't attract a huge audience, and since the guild management is expecting me to crash and burn, they will not be sending any important guests. So, the audience will be mostly made of middle-aged women and some small-time merchants who are hoping to get lucky and get a bargain. Okay, then we have to move now. You go and create a hype for your auction, telling that 10 perfect F-rank female armors, each in 4 variation colors, will be auctioned in your auction. Wait. I don't understand. What are you saying? Can't you be clearer? And who will be providing these mind-blowing perfect F-rank female armors? I will provide you with 10 perfect F-rank female armor cards, each in 4 variation colors for the auction. Now you go create a hype. Let's hope that we get lucky and attract some big fish. What? 10 female armors, each in 4 colors, that are 40 cards in total. You don't have enough time to create those cards. You don't have to push yourself for me. I am already satisfied with just the origin card. Let me care about creating the cards, and I am not doing this for you, fool. I am doing this for money. I already planned on doing this to gather some funds for myself. Now your auction seems a good place to start. Be thankful that I am willing to share some of my light with you. If you don't want to, then I can always find other auction managers. While creating the Slime Armor Origin card, I had to transfer and strengthen soul pathways nearly 200 times. During that process my active soul control broke through to 17%, and also my mental strength seems to have become stronger and more flexible. It took me nearly 7 hours to create the Origin card, and thanks to my newfound strength I was confident that I could create the said amount of cards within the said period. Ever since I made huge profits by selling the Gale Rabbit leather boots, I have always planned to sell more perfect equipment cards to make money, because money in this world can make me stronger and increase my chance of survival. But since I was short on the budget, I didn't put the plan into motion. But now I can only borrow the extra money, putting aside my pride for the time being. No. I want to, but we don't have enough time at our hands. Go and bring me 5 sets of ingredients for these 10 F-rank female armor cards. And publish a catalog containing these 10 armors and share it with all your connections. Quickly. Assuming we are lucky, we will attract some deep pockets. I only have $75,000 on me right now. See if you can get a loan for the ingredients and the copyright of the cards. We can pay back after the auction. The 10 F-rank female armors I had selected were the most popular mid-range female armors that were currently trending in many famous magazines. I could select E-rank armors, but I decided against that because we were short on funds and I didn't know how deep the audience's pocket. If the cards were too costly for the audience, then I would be the one losing money. After seeing my prowess in creating the Slime Armor Origin card, Susan no longer had any doubts about my ability in card creation. So, she provided me with ingredients in haste, and then she left to set the plan in motion. Getting the ingredients, I didn't waste any more time and began the card creation process. One of the reasons I choose the most trending female armors, even though their copyright costs a huge amount of money, hoping that their popularity with attracting some big bosses and wealthy women. Rank, Card Scholar 17%, 27/34 stars. 1. Abyssal Giant Bear Spirit Guard 26 stars. 1. Gale Rabbit Boots 1 stars. 5. Empty. 6. Empty. Chapter 19, Modeling. Date March 20th, 2321. Time 10:55. Location Sky Blossom City, Adventure Guild Association, Guild Administrator Office. Knock knock. Come in. A hoarse voice sounded from the office. As soon the clerk entered the office, the voice added, "John, you know I don't like being disturbed at this hour." "I am sorry, sir, but it is urgent," said the clerk, passing an auction catalog to him. "What is this? Why are you giving this to me?" "Sir, it's the catalog of the girl you promoted as associate auction manager this morning to free up the last permanent staff spot for your grandniece." "Oh. Are the items listed in the catalog genuine?" "I think I made myself clear when I told her not to give her any assistance in regards to the items for auction." "You did, sir, and I checked. The items listed are not from the auction house. She is providing them herself." "Oh. Do you know who is providing her with items for the auction?" When asked, she said it was from one of her clients. "But I double-checked all her clients in Association Mall archives. None of her clients is capable enough to provide her with such good cards in such short notice." "Then how the hell did she get these cards?" "Sir, I think she is lying. Seeing how the catalog has been able to create a small hype, I believe she is going to use this hype to rebel and tell her story, knowing that she is going to be fired tomorrow." "That's it, You disturbed me for this. You know that if she pulls such a stunt then our legal team and media team will swallow her whole. I know, sir, I am not worried about bad press or you, but the young miss, seeing how she wants to start from the bottom, it will be hard once every staff in Guild Mall knows that one of them was fired to make way for her. You are right. She is stubborn and righteous. If not for her insisting on starting at the bottom, she would be the one with an associate auction manager title, and with my pull in the association mall, she would not have to worry about anything, the items, venue, audience or the time slot. Good, since the aunt wants to fight back, then I will help her. Send a whole team of our media and other popular press to her auction, and also send this catalog to all the stubborn prodigal sons and daughters of Sky Blossom City. I think some of them will be interested in the items mentioned in the catalog. Brilliant, sir, I will proceed accordingly. Once these prodigal audiences knew that the auction was just a ruse, then their anger will be directed at the ant for wasting their time. The audience was prodigal but knew whom to offend and whom not to. So they would rather stay silent than sympathize with the ant. Even the media will choose to write a story about how an auction manager published the fake catalog for popularity and offended the audience, rather than how the guild corruption and office politics screwed over an ant's life. Although this was not a perfect solution, it would mislead the attention of the netizens from his niece until all this cools down and is taken care of by the association's legal team and media team. Time 11:55. Location Sky Blossom City, Guild Association Mall, Guild Card Lab. Admiring the 50 perfect F-rank cards in front of me, I called Susan to come and get them. Having successfully created 50 perfect F-rank cards in 2 hours, I was tired and had a headache. My reflexes and responses were slow. One would think it's affecting my decision-making and judgment, but my mind was clear, except I was feeling very sleepy. Maybe I should buy myself a card which can reveal this fatigue whenever I overexert myself. I should ask Susan to look for such a card. Susan excitedly entered the card room and said, "Wyatt, I didn't disappoint you. Currently our auction catalog is within the top 10 trending. This will attract deeper pockets. We are rich." Susan's eyes shined with dollar bill signs. For every item auctioned, the guild charges a 10% auction fee, of which the auction manager gets 1%. But if the items are directly provided by the auction manager themselves but not by the auction house, then the manager gets 5% of the 10% auction fee. This is a stunt so that the auction managers are not passive and depend upon the guild for goods to auction, but for them to actively search and bring many valuable items for auction. Wipe your drool, would you? This small amount of money is nothing. Stick with me, kid, and I will show you what being rich looks like. Hearing my words, Susan vigorously nodded her head, but then, "Hey! Who are you calling a kid? You shorty! This is the last time. Next time I will bite you." Hearing the word shorty, a vein popped on my neck as I thought, control. As my height was among one thing that I was sensitive about in this second life. I consoled myself, thinking my body is still young and yet to reach its full growth. Even though I was not tall, my height could be considered average, but Susan was tall, very tall, with a long neck and legs, slender waist with fair, smooth, and glowing skin. "Why, I am of the right height, you giantess." "Okay, that's it, I am ignoring you." "You can't ignore me, I am your client, you have to pay attention to me." "Okay, sir, how may I help you?" Susan's height was her mental scar, as her schoolmates bullied her, calling names like the big girl or giantess or barbarian. One of the reasons why she chose to work after high school, no matter how much her parents stressed on her going to college. Seeing Susan act all cold and distant, I realized I said something wrong. "Okay, you win, I am sorry. Now can you talk normally?" Susan glared at me intently and snorted, "Okay, I can't stay mad at you. You are like the bratty little brother I didn't have. Be the big man. Be the bigger man," I thought, trying to control myself from saying something which Susan will make me regret later. "Now take these 10 cards and feed them to your origin card," I said, handing her 10 different F-rank armor cards. "Why? Aren't these for the auction?" said Susan, looking at the 10 cards in her hand. Each of them was perfect F-rank cards with a 1-star rating and 100 durability rating. No, I made 50 cards, 10 for you and 40 for the auction. With this, you can change into each armor when you are about to auction that armor card. So, the audience can see the flawless design of the armors. Try doing a ramp walk with each armor on, so that they can see how beautiful the armors are. No. No. Auctioning the cards is one thing, but to be a model and ramp walk, I can't do that. That will be embarrassing. What are you saying? Don't tell me you didn't dream of being a model and ramp walked in your room when you were little. That, I am not. It's too embarrassing for me to be modeling. What's so embarrassing about you modeling? You are beautiful and tall, with your long neck and legs, slender waist with fair, smooth, and glowing skin. It's as if your body was chiseled for modeling. No. I am not beautiful, you are just praising me, to get me to model for you. Susan, listen to me, look into my eyes. Why? Just look into my eyes. Oh, okay. Do you know who is more beautiful than a beautiful lady? And no, said Susan with a red blush on her cheeks. A beautiful lady who doesn't know how beautiful she is. Okay, you trust me, right? Just do this once for me. Pretty please. Okay, just this once. I will wear the armors, but I will not do the ramp walk. Okay, no ramp walk. But you will have to twirl once, deal? Deal. Susan fed the cards to her origin card. And then activated it and changed into every armor while twirling for practice, in front of me. This was the first time I had seen her origin card in action, and it was a sight to behold, especially the flash and little smoke that appeared whenever she changed into a new armor. It was just like watching a magic show. The colors of the armors I chose for Susan complemented her perfectly. She looked beautiful and heroic in each armor. Even her hairstyle changed with the armors. It was an effect of another card. Along with that card, she had many other special effects and item cards to help her with the auction. For example, the voice control card's fiction was similar to a microphone in the other world. I have registered your name in the VIP guest list. Do I have to come? I mean, I wouldn't buy my cards, that would be stupid. You have to come. This is my first time conducting an auction. I wanted to invite my parents, but they can't be here on such short notice. It would mean a lot to me if you came. Well, you did agree to be a model for me. I will be there, not in the VIP room but in the front seat to cheer for you. You are the best. See you soon. Susan hurried to organize the auction, as now she had the cards for auction. Chapter 20, Young Lady. Time 12:23. Location: Sky Blossom City, Guild Association Auction House, Auction Hall number 13. Sipping on a coffee black large, I entered Susan's auction venue. But to my surprise, the whole venue was crowded and buzzing with discussion. Especially the front row was filled with journalists and social media reporters. For some reason, there was no bouncer at the entrance to stop people from filling in. It seems I underestimate the catalog being in the top 10 trending list. Sorry Susan, looks like I can't cheer you from the first row, I thought as I turned to the VIP side, but it was also crowded and the people in there seemed to be scolding the help for lacking space and seating arrangements. The problem was not lacking management skills, but the venue in itself was small to hold these many people. The guild management never expected Susan's catalog to be this popular and provided her with a small venue. Right, when I was considering not attending the auction, Susan called me. Wyatt, where are you? Are you here yet? Yes, I am at the venue. Come backstage. Sure. Hanging up the phone, I walked backstage. The bouncer backstage stopped me and asked, Mr. Wyatt? The one and only. Turn left and go straight. Susan should be waiting for you there. I could see he had no respect for Susan, his immediate superior. I could smell something was wrong in the atmosphere. The backstage was empty, there were no staff here contrary to a working auction hall backstage. Soon I found Susan pacing back and forth in front of the stage entrance. She did not seem to notice me walking towards her. "Susan!" I called, nearing her. "You almost gave me a scare," said startled Susan. "What's going on here? Where is everyone?" "I sent them to manage the VIP section." "Then, what about here?" "I will somehow manage it here. I called you here knowing that you will not find a seat out there. Every associate auction manager has a team of trusted staff ranging from bouncers, help, etc. Since Susan just became an auction manager, she had no staff, let alone trusted staff. So the auction management provided her with 10 staff, 4 bouncers, and 6 help. Which would be enough for a small venue like auction hall no. 13. 2 bouncers, 1 each at the 2 entrances of the hall, 1 bouncer for the backstage and front stage while the last one for the VIP hall. 4 help for seating arrangements and attending VIPs, and the last 2 to help Susan backstage. But the audience expectancy exceeded anybody's expectations. It seems at the last moment, for some reason, the people, journalists registering to attend the auction increased in numbers, especially the VIP people registering exceeded the number of occupancies. Some of the social media influencers almost broke into backstage. So the bouncers from the entrance had to be called to guard the backstage. Now no bouncers were at the 2 entrances of the hall, as they were used accordingly. 1 for the backstage and 2 for the front stage, while the last one for the VIP hall, while all the 6 help went for seating arrangements and attending VIPs, leaving no one to help Susan. Susan did request more staff to the auction management, but they rejected her, saying all the staff were allotted work and had no extra. "Why did you not close the entrance doors to the hall if the number exceeded the maximum occupancy range?" "I didn't think of that. But I can't turn away all these powerful journalists and VIPs, right?" I slapped my head dumbfoundedly. "First, send one of the bouncers to close the doors of the auction hall, as it's almost time to start the auction." Many people who were not interested in participating in the auction were joining the crowd just for fun, so it was better to close the door now. Soon Susan instructed one of the bouncers guarding the front stage to close the doors. As the entrance door closed, the crowd grew rowdier and the whispers turned into a loud noise. "It is nearing the time to start the auction. How are you planning to control this rowdy crowd?" I asked. Currently, the lack of staff was the last thing in Susan's mind, as she did not know how to control the audience. Since the crowd consists of popular influencers, journalists, and VIPs, crude methods to control the crowd were out of the question. Location: Sky Blossom City, Guild Association, Administrative Office. "Sir, not good. Not good." Clerk John rushed into the administrator's office. "John. What have I told you about knocking?" a voice thundered in the office. John bowed and hurriedly apologized. "Sir, I am sorry, but it's about the young lady." Hearing the word young lady, the voice seemed to have calmed down a little and asked, "What about her?" "Young lady somehow found out about the girl and is going to attend her auction." "How did she know? Why is she going there? What is she thinking?" "Sir, I don't know who informed the young lady." "Sir, please punish me, as I could not stop the young lady. But when I tried to stop her, the young lady told me not to stop her from making amends. I think she is going to apologize to the girl after the auction." WTF. Those journalists and influencers will have a field day with her. That girl is stubborn and doesn't know how the world works. Recently the young lady acting weird, as if she is a completely different person and acting out without thinking. Master is trying so hard to keep her out of this, but she had to present her head to the enemy herself. Now any number of contacts or connections of Master can't stop the rampaging netizens from ruining young lady's social life. John shook his head, letting out a sigh. He was tired of managing this stubborn young lady. Part 1 of the series ends here. If you enjoyed it, please give us a like and subscribe so we can be motivated to make even better videos in the future.